What's going on, guys? It's the next day here from that last clip you guys saw. I don't know kind of where we left off yesterday, but I think what had happened was I turned on the water in the curb stop and it was leaking right out of the drain pipe there. So I ended up calling the homeowner, kind of getting more info from him, because what I was told was that when you shut the curb stop off, that it backed up and built pressure or something like that and gave the house water, because this isn't a conventional well system. I think I explained to you guys yesterday the way it works and everything. Actually I did. So yeah, I heard that it came off the tank there. It's up on the hill and like built pressure and went to the house, and then when you turn it on, it bypassed the tank and went back to the well, but apparently it didn't. That's what I thought that line was, but it's actually a drain line. And then there's that line there that we still don't know where that goes to. I mean, there's stuff going everywhere here. But I ended up talking to the homeowner more and ended up kind of figuring out what's going on. And it's basically kind of how you think it would be, to where you turn on the curb stop, it's the water goes in and they turn it off, and obviously the water stops. But he wanted to have it so that the lines would drain into the stone, because he thought that it drained back into the well, but it didn't. So they were draining it back into the well every winter, and by turning off the old shutoff, which was just a regular faucet fitting. So the top part right here was where it was draining back in, and then obviously the water was flowing through here before. So for some reason they thought that even when you turn this off, that it was still draining through here over that overflow. I don't think it was. There was still water in it. The head pressure could have caused it to drain out a little bit, but it's not draining out the lines like he thought it was. But he said he still wanted to be able to drain the lines. So I have it now set up so that pretty much most of this line will get drained in the spring when he's ready to shut this place down. So I just have it going like any other shut off would, with a bypass. Turn on the well line inside. Well flows through this way, and then with the curb stop off, and then in the winter when he's ready, you just turn off the well on the inside, and then you open up the curb stop and it drains out. So pretty simple. He was also saying he didn't want he wanted to be able to shut off the water at where the water came in. So it's a little bit different than kind of what we discussed before as far as setup goes, but it's still kind of the same thing. So I just switched a couple of things around. I put my T between the where the water comes in and then where it goes into the house, and then just put the curb stop at the bypass. So a little bit different than how it was yesterday, but it's gonna accomplish what he wants. I tested it yesterday. I didn't film any of it just because I had a lot to do yesterday. I didn't have time to film me redoing it, so I just redid it real quick. Re-Teflon taped everything that we did before, only now it's just on the other side. So I did pressure test it yesterday, left the well on for a little bit, let the water run inside, ran perfectly fine. And then I obviously drained the lines and everything. So this morning I only have hose clamps on a couple of these ones. I ran out of hose clamps, so I got some more hose clamps in the truck. Gonna hose clamp the ones that have only a single one on them. That way they're running double. That one doesn't, because it's just a bypass, so that one can stay. That's fine. And then we will re-pressure test this, and then get the curb stop hooked up, and then backfill and topsoil, and we're out of here, because we have another job to go to today to get equipment there. I have to do the 50-hour service on the 75. That is due. It's at 47 right now, so I want to make sure we don't get over that. But I need that skid steer for that job. So yeah, a lot going on this morning. So we'll snap these clamps on and get to work here. Alright, so we just turned on the well and checked everything. Everything's good. Now I'll kind of show you guys what's going on. So turn that on, drain the lines. Now you got pressure. Open the lines for them, and then get this patched up. You see we got our 2 clamps per line here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright guys, we got above the tank filled in here, all that erosion gone. I gotta pick my rock right here. From the woods. Got all that topsoil raked out, and then got all of our work area topsoil and raked out, seeded, fertilized. Rocks are back in front of the tank that I know can drive on it. And yeah, we're done with this one. We ripped out the silt fence form down there, so that's all set. Don't have to worry about that. We just had to keep that in place once we finished. That way the grass could grow on without anything going into that pond. And they just never took it down, so I did it for them. Yeah, closing this one out. There's the curb stop right there. Boom. But yeah, closing this one out. And we're gonna load up here and go to our next job. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a new job. Before we leave, I forgot to tell you guys something. I figured you guys would find this funny. Here is the old gate box right here. Piece of, it's not even schedule 40, it's that thin stuff. I don't know, it's schedule 10 or something. And then this was their gate key. They got a screw on it, or two nails on it rather, that were into the top of that faucet that would turn it on like that. So yeah, got to do away with that. That's good. That definitely was not the way to go about it, but all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. What's going on, everybody? So we are on a new job today. Septic system, just a leach field replacement. Old tank staying in place. We are a lot closer to home than we were before, which is good. But got the first bit laid out here in the grass. There's one corner over there, second corner right here. It's running this way, 30 feet, 15 wide, by 30 feet long. So it's gonna go, or by, yeah, 30 feet long this way. So we're gonna have to clear a little opening right here, throw it all in the woods. But this corner's gonna get taken out, and then 10 feet buffer around our system for that. So going to be starting on that, and we'll pick up you guys in a bit. What's going on, everybody? So back here on this leach field job, I got the top of the tank exposed because that's my benchmark, and then I got a little bit of a test hole dug here to see where my elevation's at. Actually, I go like another 20 inches below what that's at now, but beautiful sandy stuff, so it should be nice, easy digging, fast digging for us. So, but yeah, got the laser set up, starting to dig here. We'll dig this leach field out and then call for inspection. We got pipe coming for Monday and rip and roll. We're gonna be on another job Monday, but for now, dig this out and then yeah, go from there. What's going on, guys? So end of the day here, started to get this dug out. We got 15 wide, it's got to be 30 long. We're about, I think, 11 12 right now, so just about halfway, just a little under halfway there. We're raking the bottom as we go because we're not bringing any Title V sand since this stuff is so good. That is going to be the Title V sand, so essentially that's our bottom of stone. So once we get it inspected, we can start throwing stone in there and pipe and running it. So yeah, it's a nice nice materials here. So yeah, but other than that, we are out of here for the day. Kind of caution to hit up the job site and head out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, everybody, we got this cut in. We got it at 15 by 30. We have our thing completely raked, ready for inspection, then stone and start running pipe. So yeah, leaving here on Friday with the equipment parked, ready for the weekend. Just gonna run some caution tape and we're out of here. Probably be on another job beginning of next week, but we'll have to see how things go. But gonna call for inspection and then we can continue here, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, we are out of here. See you guys next week. Have a good weekend. What's going on, guys? Monday. We are back on this job, on the house site work job. This is going to be phase 3, because we did the test hole digging, then we did the demo. Yeah, now we have to do erosion control. So this is phase 3 of this project. As you guys can see, we have a lot of erosion control here, a lot of straw wattle. 9-inch diameter straw wattle, 25 feet long. There is 49 pieces, which means we are doing, I think it's ordered for 1,025 feet, which is a lot. And then we got a mad amount of stakes here. I think that's about 200 something stakes. Skid steer with wannabe forks on it, just to carry around the pallets of straw wattle instead of going back and forth with a small amount at a time, or one at a time, or whatever. So essentially what we're doing is you're going from there, kind of behind where that temp power is, cut across here. We're gonna hug this side of this ledge kind of mountain thing. I thought before we were going around it, but we're actually just kind of hugging it and then shooting straight down and then going all the way down there and then hooking the septic this way. That way we're protected pretty much on all sides because there's a stream that is back there that we're trying to protect from silt and erosion and runoff and whatnot. So I packed up the machine this morning and brought it up in the dump truck. We're about 45 minutes from the shop, so no sense really going home to switch out trucks today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start opening up the straw wattle and just laying it out, kind of getting it together, and then tomorrow we'll bring up the utility body. And I ordered a gas-powered pile driver that will drive in the stakes. That way we're not hammering every single one in, and I'll hopefully crank that out. I haven't used it yet. I bought it pretty cheap online. I think it's like a Vevor or some crap like that. If I use it for one job and it burns out, I don't care. I got my money's worth. But definitely be interested to see how that works. I saw them online for like $3 grand, $1,500. I was like, I'm not gonna spend that on that. You know, who knows how often I'll need it, and if I really do get to the point where I start using it a lot, I'll just I'll spend the money in a little bit more expensive one. But worst comes to worst, I keep ordering those and burning them out. But the builder just showed up, so we'll be with you guys in a second and we'll start laying these out. Alright guys, so off camera I just started kind of laying some of this. The guys are here cutting the grass, which is also the builder. They do like property management too, so they maintain this place. Kind of gave me a hand here, and we got actually quite a bit of it done within a matter of like 20 minutes. So we're down here probably, I don't know, maybe 100 feet from the pad up there. Got the skid steer with the forks. Got a half thing of straw bottle here. Gotta continue running it down to here, through the woods, down that way, and hook. So we're gonna start getting into the bushwhacking here, so stay tuned. Then once we get all this laid, we'll go in with, just put the stakes down, and then tomorrow we'll start pounding them in. But I think it's about 5 stakes per wattle, so be 5, 10, 15, 20, so on, so on. So slowly but surely. This next one's a doozy. That's level ground up there. That's straight down. That's when I go like this, kind of hook it and go that way. Getting there. Well, that did not go as planned. Hit a little incline here, and that thing was so high, it just was tilting on the pallet. It was tilting for a while, and then the pallet just broke and fell over. But our straw wall is right up there, so we can actually probably drag it most of the way. We're a lot closer than we were up top, so that's all that matters. But I guess we're doing this a little bit different. Whoops, my bad. I actually forgot you guys down here, but I'll cut that out. But we got our straw wattle running all the way here. This is where it dumped over right here, all the way up there. We actually went further than we were supposed to, which is fine. Over is better than under, so yeah, I wanted to finish up that pallet. So we got another 300 feet up there that I guess can just go in reserve. I'm sure we'll need to repair some spots, and they want us to maintain it as we go here, especially any dirt dug up. So maybe when we dig the foundation in the septic, we can just throw it around it temporarily just to kind of lock things in. But anyways, it's getting late. just about all the water. It's hot today. So that's it for the day. Today, we'll be back tomorrow. Pounding stakes in. And hopefully we can get all this done tomorrow. We weren't able to start today till 11 because that's when our straw waddle came in. So I packed with machine and stuff this morning. So we'll have all that time tomorrow to work, plus whatever we work today. So yeah, we will hopefully be able to get this all done tomorrow. It's 5 per 25 feet, so I don't think we have, I probably have 700 feet or something in. But anyways, we're out of here for the day. Tomorrow stakes, and then Wednesday we're back on that septic. Hopefully get that finished. We should have got materials there today. So tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, hopefully get that in. Then Monday, Tuesday could be here digging for the foundation. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. I gotta get some sugary drinks and some water. See you guys tomorrow.